Hey guys, for today's video I filmed how I do liquid liner on my hooded half Asian eyes. I know that all Asian eyes and all hooded eyes are completely different, but I tried to give you guys pretty universal tips and just sort of try to simplify it in the easiest way possible if you're just starting off. And yeah, just try to give you guys a couple helpful tips. So if you are interested, then please keep watching. I really think the number one thing you can do is apply your eyeliner looking straight at a mirror. So not at any weird angle. Don't apply it looking down or looking up. Apply it with the mirror straight in front of you while you're practicing until you kind of get the hang of it. Because when you have a hooded eye or a really deep set crease, you don't always necessarily know what it's going to look like when you're looking down or looking up. So in order to best gauge what it's actually going to look like is just looking at the mirror straight on. And for me personally, when I was first starting out, the easiest thing to do was to just take the liner and lay it right on the top lash line and just kind of map out your top lash line. You can make this as thick or as thin as you want. But just working in small strokes, because that way you have less room for error. If you kind of just take it and do a straight line all across, you have more of a chance to like really F it up. It also can be really helpful if you have shaky hands or you find it hard to keep your hands steady while you're doing this. If you use your pinky finger as an anchor to stabilize the hand as you're doing the liner. So just kind of hold your pinky finger to your face, to the temple, and it does help a lot with steadying the hand. So once you've lined all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner and gotten that line as thick as you want it, you can start doing the wing. And this is a part where it's really crucial that you are looking straight into the mirror so that you know exactly how it's going to look when you're just looking straight on. So I take the liner, and what I do first is I'm going to do my line right from the outer corner. Start right at the outer corner of the lash line and pull up. I'm using the tip, and I'm just going to do one line like that. And then we're going to connect this to the top lash line. So I take the tip of the liner, touch it to the tip of the line you just extended, and then pull straight down. And then you've connected the two. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of a weird gap where the wing met the band across the lashes. So I just take the tip of the liner and kind of soften that out, and you can sharpen the wing with the tip of the liner as well. And then when you're doing the opposite eye and trying to get it as closely matching the other one, the best thing to do, I think, is to replicate the wing rather than work with the shape of this other eye, because one eye might be different than the other eye. So if you go with the shape of the left eye, the right eye might look a little bit different. So instead of trying to go with the shape of the left eye, I'm going to try to copy the shape of the wing on the right eye. So again, it helps the most if you just look at the mirror straight in front of you. So you kind of have to divot between the two eyes and like really just sort of work slowly and get them to look as identical as possible. So you just kind of go gaze back and forth and then work in small spots until you get them to look similar. And if you want to make your wings look a little bit more crisp, all you have to do is pop a little bit of concealer on the back of your hand and take an angled brush, pick up some concealer on the angled brush, and then go right under the liner with that concealer on the brush, and you can clean up the edges. And then I just use my fingertip to kind of blend it in. Alright guys, I hope you found that helpful. I also wanted to mention really quick that I know when you have hooded eyes, it's a reoccurring problem for the liquid liner to transfer to this part of the eye. And one of the ways you can stop that is when the eyeliner itself is drying, give it about 30 seconds until it's really dry. Otherwise, when you open your eyes, because your lid touches the crease, you can prevent that from transferring. And then another thing is wearing a really great eye primer, especially if you have oily eyelids. I have really oily eyelids despite having dry skin. The best eyeliners that I found that do not transfer from the lid onto the top part of the eye are the eyeliners. These are so great. The whole range of these eyeliners is really wonderful, and I have not had any problems with any of the liquid liners transferring. The skinny one just happens to be my favorite because of the felt tip. And then I also really love the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. I'm sure you guys have seen that in so many of my videos. That's another one of my favorites, but I obviously couldn't find it today when I was trying to show it in a video, but you guys have seen it before. I will have it linked down below for you as well. And then two of my favorites from the drugstore are the Revlon Color Stay Skinny Liquid Liner. This is really great. Have not had any problems with this one transferring. And then I also really love the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. Wet n Wild actually does make a waterproof version. I find that it sort of crumbles and flakes off in chunks. The formulation of that one is just a little bit off for me personally when I tried it. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to come follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will have all three of those directly linked down below for you guys. Leave some comments down below, say hey, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.